Power Up Your Performance, mental training for kids, takes us on a journey with Madison as she learns the secrets to athletic success through the guidance of Dr. Liv and the application of sports psychology techniques. Madison discovers the power of goal setting, positive self-talk, imagery, resilience, and teamwork. I love those words. Joining us to tell us more this morning is author Dr. Olivia Rose. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We're acting like we never see each other last night.
I know, right? Good production.
Indeed,
yes.
Indeed. So I really want to hear more about this book and what inspired it.
Okay, so this book is, well, my first book for kids. And one of my biggest accomplishments because of the type of language that I had to use and the zone of creativity that I had to go in to make sure it was understandable and usable for children between the ages of 5 to 11, even though I gave it to some of my adult neighbors who said that they wanted one for themselves. Yes. And it should be used for adults as well because the language is simple and it's easy to apply.
I love that. Did you always have a passion for writing or?
So this is like my 8th book.
Wow.
But this is the first book for children.
And yes. It is different, isn't it?
Very different.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, with the children, in order to captivate their to captivate them and to also captivate us parents who I'm sure sometimes will be reading it or guardians, it's a whole different thing. You're talking about stuff like goal setting. How do you, can we talk about some of these concepts that you have in the book and how we put those forward?
Sure. So goal setting is not even called goal setting in the book. You'd realize it afterwards. And then there is also a workspace for them to actually write in and answer questions that are deliberate. So even though it's also a fictitious book, it was set in Haiti. And they get information about Haiti at the back because I have extended family there. So it was a whole production. And I think that once we introduce children at an early age to the mental skills aspect of sport or even life, because as you would have mentioned, Madison learned about teamwork because she was having difficulty in training and so on. And it's applicable right across the board, hence my adult neighbors said that they wanted it. But yes. It's a good opportunity to introduce children to the tools of mental training from early, and it's done in a creative way, or a creative way, I think, and I'm really proud of it.
I'm so proud of you, of course.
Thank you.
Could you tell me if you could choose one of those skill sets that you would want for children to walk away with that you think would be really useful in their lives, which one would it be?
That's a difficult question because it would be all of them, but I definitely say positive self-talk and imagery because, again, how it's presented in the book, it's also with a little TV over somebody's head so you can see yourself in a state that you'd want to be, even if you have not yet reached there, but your language and your vocabulary and the things you say are important from a very tender age. So from I was 11 years old, my dad used to tell me to think big.
Wow.
So there's nowhere that I am or will ever be that I've never been in my mind. And that was from 11.
Wow.
Now, once you are exposed to that kind of mindset from very early, it's really limitless where you can go.
I love that. And I totally 100% agree. I heard once that our parents' voices become our inner voices. And so it's so important how we speak to our children and the young people around us in general. Do you have any other projects coming up, or is this your main focus right now?
There are always going to be projects because I like writing and I love my job and I like the field of sports psychology, and it's not just pop psychology. You know, I am also a life coach, but being a psychologist allows people to use practical skills to improve their lives. So I have adult journals too, because the adults always want to run in for the kids things. And looking forward definitely to collaboration with other persons in sport and how we can extend. And the images are very deliberate. And then there is the question and answer at the end. And there's the worksheets around there,
I love
questions
this.
for them.
Why is resilience important in sports? And you
Right.
go through all the different
Yeah,
things. How,
and
you
then
know,
they get to set their own plan because, you know, they are part of a team at school, and
love
they
that.
have the whole pages at the back. So if you see them writing in it, it's okay
Yeah.
because their page is deliberately set
I
for
love
them
that it
to do
says a
that.
reflection exercise. You know, there's not many books you see for children that have things like this in there. So I really love that. And, you know, you did mention that you sports psychology. Can I just ask quickly how you feel that is different to, you were saying, you know, it's not, you said it's not pop psychology. And so how is that different, and how do you feel like, you know, that is portrayed in this book?
So it's very deliberate in terms of the techniques used. They're really embodying positive psychology and sports psychology. Now, pop psychology is anybody on TikTok giving any random advice that sometimes people take wholesale and apply, which may or may not be good. And so, as a psychologist, we tailor our interventions to suit you, and we've gone to school to study the science, right? So, I mean,
Agreed, yes.
and we, of course, we need to be out there more, so I'm calling on there some of my colleagues to take up that space, because we actually went to school for it.
Yes.
And this is my latest production.
Can you tell us where we can find the book,
So you
please?
can get the book currently on Amazon, but I do have copies that are here with me, and the cost is only 2,000 Jamaican dollars. I'm available on Instagram at Olivia K. Rose, and on Facebook at Olivia K. Rose. All my handles are Olivia K. Rose.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
and I'm
you.
definitely taking a copy or two today
fine.
for my littles who
I'll
definitely
autograph
need to
it.
power up their performance. And I think I might need to read it as well.
Well, you and let me know how that goes.
Definitely.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Dr. Olivia Rose. On the other side of the break, it's a Wednesday service with the Rhoda powerhouse Isabella. Stick and stay. This is